Let's talk about the IRS shutdown. What I noticed is revenue agents, revenue officers, offer agents, appeals officers, and any attorney working at the government, including Department of Justice, were furloughed. So any case that I was on that was either in front of the offer unit, appeals unit, tax court, there was no one to deal with. There may have been deadlines to deal with, but there was no one to talk about that. I was able to engage the IRS in what's called the ACS, Automated Collection Service, and accomplish results. I was able to deal with the lien unit to get lien payoffs, and of course put in my power of attorneys.
My experience has been it's kind of the same thing. It's been slow. They kind of thought this is a vacation time, so they're really not moving. The ACS unit for me was not as friendly, I would say, and not as helpful as they normally are when you're calling to get a resolution package put in place. There was just a lot of hoops you had to walk through, and people were just not as eager to get things done as they usually are.
In the brief engagements with the ACS, they were not friendly. They were kind of upset that I was actually calling them.
I actually had one ACS rep tell me they're discouraging people to call altogether.
I didn't have as much communication with ACS. When I would call, it would take a little longer to get through. They were somewhat helpful, but it was more of I need a transcript downloaded or something to that effect. What I did notice was that the powers of attorney were taking significantly longer to be processed, even if you filed them online. And that got frustrating to clients. They come in, they want account analysis, and they get the power of attorney, and I'm telling them it's going to take quite some time to get that process through because the IRS is just taking so long. They furloughed 60-70% of their staff. When you manage the relationship with the client, they wouldn't take it out on me because they understand what the government is doing. But I did notice it was difficult to get things through. And if you had something pending, it's just in essence tolls for 6 weeks, the amount of time the IRS is looking at something, and it's going to take longer for them to get that through.